This is what the Venus in Leo transit means for your love life based on your rising sign. If you don't know what your rising sign is and you want to find out, you can find out in the Starla app. If you're interested, you can check out the link in my bio. Aries rising. So if you are single and you want to find love, this can be a really romantic time for you. This is a great time to go on dates because Venus will be in your 5th house, the house of romance. This can be a time where you meet somebody where it's a really passionate connection. If you are currently in a relationship, this can bring more romance and more passion to your current connection. This transit is asking you to be your authentic self in your relationships, and if you are in a relationship where you can't be your authentic self, that is going to be really obvious right now, and it would be a time to let go of anyone who doesn't support you and want you to shine. If you've been wanting to tell somebody how you feel or take a risk for a relationship, it can be a good time to do that. Taurus rising. So this transit is going to highlight your desire for emotional security in a relationship. It could also possibly bring up people from your past or people that you met in the past that you could maybe reconnect with. If you are currently in a relationship, you're going to want to focus on being open emotionally with them. It can be a period where you're more vulnerable and you grow closer, and you might, if you live together, you might want to focus on your shared space. And if you're single, you might not feel like putting yourself out there as much because you're looking for a connection that you can truly feel safe with. But if you do meet somebody right now, it can be somebody that you feel really emotionally close to, somebody who's protective of you, and somebody who maybe fits in with your family as well. Gemini rising. So while Venus is in Leo, you really are going to prioritize communication and a mental connection with your partner. So if you're in a relationship, communication is a big thing right now. You might want to share your ideas with them and just really nurture that mental connection. If you're single, you could meet somebody right now, if you're looking for love, that is intelligent, that makes you laugh, who you actually have really good connection with when it comes to your communication. You naturally get how that person communicates. This can also be a time where you want to, if you're single, you might want to date multiple people or just kind of explore to see what's out there and see what your options are. Cancer rising. So while Venus is in Leo, when it comes to your relationships, you're thinking a lot about security and stability. If you are in a relationship, conversations about money could come up, or just conversations about your shared goals for the future and how you can create more stability together. If you're single and you are interested in dating, you could meet somebody right now that you feel like is grounded, that would bring security into your life. You also might want to be more generous with gifts to your partner, or you could receive a gift from a partner or romantic interest during this transit. Leo rising. So this is really making your energy very radiant. You are very attractive. Your natural beauty is amplified during this time. So if you're single, that's a great time for dating, putting yourself out there. People are going to be more flirty with you. If you're in a relationship, your partner is going to be noticing your beauty. They're probably going to be even more attracted to you than usual. So it can be a really good time in your relationships, and it can be a time where you can talk through things, work through things if you've been having any disagreements. Virgo rising. So while Venus is in Leo, it's possible that you have a secret or private relationship that you're not ready to bring to the public that comes up. It's a time where you really value a spiritual, soul level connection. So if you are in a relationship, you might be feeling like having those deeper, more vulnerable conversations, or talking about your spiritual beliefs, or doing shared spiritual practices with your partner. If you're single, if you meet somebody during this time, it could be somebody that is almost like a fated connection, you are meant to meet them. And like I said, it could be something that starts hidden or private, a secret relationship that you're not telling people about, for example. Or it could mean you just don't want to kind of expose that relationship to the world yet. You want to keep it secret and special with just you and that person. Libra rising. So while Venus is in Leo, you could actually meet a partner through a friend or in your community somehow if you're single and you're wanting to meet somebody. If you are in a relationship, this can be a time where you go out and about and socialize with your partner. It can be a time where you focus on long-term goals in the future that you want to build with your partner. You're really focused, if you're single or in a relationship, you're focused on having your freedom in your relationship. So if you feel controlled in a relationship you're in right now, that will be really obvious and you're going to really crave freedom and independence. And then if you're single, you can meet somebody that inspires you to be more free, to be more independent, and it can create a balance maybe where you can be yourself and do your thing but still have a solid connection with your person. Scorpio rising. So while Venus is in Leo, you're going to be thinking about the future. If you're in a relationship, you're going to be thinking about the future with your partner. Do your long-term goals align with your partner? If you're single and you're dating, the people that you're dating right now, you're going to want them to be aligned with your long-term goals. You want to date for a long-term commitment right now. It's also possible that you could meet a love interest at work right now, through a coworker, somehow related to your job. And your relationships in general could take on a more serious tone because you're not, like I said, just you're dating for commitment. And if you're in a relationship, you're thinking about the long term during this transit. Sagittarius rising. So this is a fun transit for you. You could be traveling, some of you. If you're single, you could actually meet a love interest while you're traveling, or you could meet somebody in your community who's just from a different cultural background than you. If you are in a relationship, you're going to really want to learn and explore with your partner. You could actually be going on a trip with them, learning something new with them, and you're going to really want, your freedom too. So you're going to want a balance of being together and trying new things and also doing your own thing. And if you feel any control in a relationship, that will be kind of more obvious now. And this can bring more of an optimistic energy to your love life. So if you've been feeling negative or down related to your relationship or your love life, this transit can help you, be more optimistic and open-minded. Capricorn rising. So while Venus is in Leo, you are actually getting more vulnerable and deep in your relationship. So if you're in a relationship, it's a time where you can be really open, especially about your emotions with your partner, which may not be as natural for you. If you're single, you're not going to want to date just for surface level connections. You want something deep. If you do meet somebody right now, they can really change your life. They can be a really important and transformative person, or they could kind of spark a big change within you. Also, if there's any power or control issues in your relationships right now, that will become more obvious while Venus is in Leo. Aquarius rising. So for you guys, Venus will be in your 7th house. So this means the planet of love is literally in the house of your chart that's related to relationships. So this can be a time where it's a positive period for your relationships. You are able to collaborate and compromise with your partner more easily. If you're single and you want to meet somebody, this is a great time to go on dates, to put yourself out there. The energy is just aligned for you when it comes to meeting somebody. It can definitely be a romantic transit, but the key is, of course, you have to be open to this energy. The energy is there, but you have to kind of take action and take advantage of it. Pisces rising. So while Venus is in Leo, you're focused on, if you're in a relationship, you're focused on kind of just your daily connection, being there for your partner on a daily basis. You could start things like working out together, eating healthy together, supporting each other at work. And if you're single, you could actually meet somebody right now on your daily commute, or at the grocery store, somewhere you're going on a daily basis. You could actually meet somebody at work, and you're going to be looking for people who make you better and who show their love through their actions, not just their words. That's really important for you during this transit. And you, if you're in a relationship especially, you're going to be showing your love through your actions too, doing things like making your partner dinner, picking them up from work, and just little things like that become, your love language while Venus is in Leo. If you want to learn more about what's coming up for you, check out the Starl app, which is linked in my bio.